Hello, myself Sunil Ramakrishna. Here basically we are discussing the topic that is city creation. One of the person told basically this target basically is target of Microsoft is 1 kilogram sand basically. So what would be the after creation of everything basically? What would be his testing strategy basically? How basically is going to test each and everything basically? So this was actually very dangerous question basically. For that basically, who can give the answer basically? Perfect idea, perfect answer basically. That only Oxford group can give. Why? Because they have given the word, na, basically. Microsoft has not created the word basically. They have not got the word. They have got the word from Oxford group basically. And Oxford group says that basically we have done the plan basically to create the Microsoft group basically. So Microsoft group is created by us basically. That also you can say. So they only basically can give the testing system basically of the Microsoft. So one of the person told that you told that basically sand created, fire created, lava created, water created, tree created, medicine created, disease created, light created, power created, earthquakes also created. Earthquake means stable and unstable. Stable if created, then unstable by default it comes. All power basically created, then RDX created, then missiles created, bombs created, rocket talkie basically. This is basically the third party component basically. So one of the person told that basically this everything basically which Microsoft is going to create basically, or basically assume that basically they have created it. Assume that basically they have created it. So whatever things basically is going to create basically, that might be, and 98% basically might be created long before. Reason, the open source data basically, that is infrastructure basically. For example, sand, that comes into the infrastructure only basically. Fires, that also comes into the infrastructure. Lava is also basically like that. Water is also created long before. Trees. So here the thing is basically Microsoft is adding something in the sand basically. So sand basically contains set of users data basically. In this basically Microsoft also become one user basically. The in software technological side basically, if we say, it's like that basically. Same way in fire also basically, in lava also basically. Existing users are there in lava. Microsoft is added as a new user in lava. Water also basically same. Trees also same. Medicine also same. Disease basically. Lights, like this everything basically. Rocky talkie everything basically. So one of the person told that what would be the Microsoft's testing system basically. How basically Microsoft is going to test his system basically. So he have to test basically his system by own only basically, or basically he can take the help of the Oxford group basically. That reason is for which word basically he is supposed to test basically. Reason, Microsoft got certain of words, Java also basically might have got certain of words. So Microsoft is going to get the problem basically through technology only basically. Other group basically is not going to attract to that group. Reason, it's totally different thing basically. So here technology wise, so technology groups only basically has to attract with each other, is going to attract with each other basically in universe basically. For example, Microsoft Planet created, Java Planet is also created, PHP, Python, COBOL, Pascal, C++, each and every planet is created basically. Assume that basically it's created. So that is going to attract with each other only basically. It's not going to attract with the other some ready-made basically, their natural items, natural planets. They are not going to attract with that all thing basically never going to attract. Reason might be some reason, basically universe law basically might be there. So here basically the attraction will be of technological planets only basically. So C++ planet basically might attract to Java planet might attract to Java Microsoft planet. Like this the attraction basically I'm talking about. So testing strategy system, testing system basically of Microsoft should be according to that only basically, that it is not supposed to attract. So Microsoft basically can't do testing basically alone basically. He basically need Microsoft group basically require the help of Oxford group basically. Without their group basically they can't do anything basically. The reason they are, Microsoft is not God basically, that they will directly get the words basically which word they have given to Java. If they gets also, then also what they are going to what do basically, that what they are going to do basically, nothing basically they can do. If they assume that they got the word also from somewhere basically, then basically what you will do. For that basically from what that basically what are the things basically created, there are more than 1 crore buildings basically created in this world. So how you can say that basically this is Java building basically? There is no technology basically, there is only basically one thing, that is attraction object basically, which basically Java only group basically knows that basically this building is basically of Java. Assume that basically 100 building is looking at same basically. So how you are going to tell basically that this is Java building, this is Microsoft building? There are certain energy techniques basically which are basically tested. Then only basically you can tell that basically this is Java building, this is Microsoft building. So it's like that basically. So it's not so easy also basically. Testing system is also basically not so easy. Whatever things basically you can test here basically, everything basically you have to give 98% in Earth planet basically. If you are creating sand data basically, then you have to give 98%. Fire, lava, this RDX, milestone bombs, rocky talkie. Reason this all basically is going to create one thing basically, that is Microsoft planet basically. So each and everything basically you have to test here only basically. This all basically are fire basically, you can say it will help into the universe basically whenever Microsoft is moving towards basically some certain direction basically. So here basically Microsoft whatever things basically is going to come in front basically, that data basically Microsoft have basically. Reason they have created the fire basically system, they have created the fire system. So fire system will do whatever things basically is going towards. So it will basically move to left or right basically to that of that data basically, and then basically it will move towards the straight line basically, and like this basically system are basically created. Like this lava is also there. So each and everything basically which is going to convert there, that is going to convert to the planets only basically. That is going to see basically, this is going to generate to planets only basically. This is going to generate to the planets only, nothing else basically. Satellite will be there basically, Microsoft satellite 100% they will might be there. If they basically the satellite basically might be costing too much basically, then they might hire the rent satellite basically, because in universe basically each and everything basically are very costly basically. One city creation basically takes 40-50,000 crore. So you can just imagine the satellite also basically. So it might be possible that satellite basically might not be costly basically. Anything basically is possible. So in next video basically we are going to see a little bit more about this, that is testing strategy of the Microsoft, that only Oxford group can give the words basically, that you have to test your data basically through this data, that this data is going to attract your system basically, that is the Microsoft planet basically. So you have to test your data through this group basically. So that only Oxford group only basically can help Microsoft group basically. So in next video basically we are going to say a little bit more about the testing strategies.